Hi everyone. I just wanted to give an update about some things that have happened and some things that that are happening and my plans going forward. So the last time I kind of did an update really was on my social media game was a little bit before the end of last year. I had a Super Kid contest, which I was very pleased with the results, and I can't wait to do it again this year. And we, had our three first, second, and third place winners. And my plan was to release Super Kid 2 by the end of the year. But I actually got involved in an election, and it was an election for my sister, my oldest sister, and it was basically us against the world. And I was her campaign manager and her graphic designer and her Karl Rove. So I was occupied. So my plans got a little delayed, and now a lot of things are pushed back. But I'm still going to meet my 30 by 30 goal. And for those of you who know me, have been following me for a while, my goal is to complete 30 books by my 30th birthday. And we are actually in the year of my 30th birthday. So June 10th is the day. Mark your calendars, because I'm going to have a really fun party and celebrate this momentous occasion. And so I have this big board of book ideas and times kind of when I wanted to release things in sagas and etc. And it goes from 2017 to 2024, and we're just gonna have to move a lot of things around. But a plan finishing up the rest of this year. I do plan on release Super Kid 2 this year, and right now the plan is to actually release it on my birthday. So it's finding it appropriate because that was the book that I first released. So the sequel is gonna be when they're kind of welcome and me meeting this goal. And so The Color of God's Eyes 2, which is called Song on the Devil's Lips. That my original intention, which I don't think I announced this publicly, but my goal was to release it in February because it was Black History Month. I thought that would be appropriate, but I didn't have time to do the revisions that I really wanted to do. Which I've done a lot, but it's not quite where I wanted it yet. So that date obviously was pushed, and I'm not positive it's going to be before or after my birthday, but it's going to be pretty close, because that one there's been a lot of work has been done on it. It is out of that and Super Kid 2, that one is more ready to go than Super Kid 2, to be honest. So right now I'm working on 2 novels. The one I'm really working on and burning the midnight oil on is the sequel to The Queen. It's called The Empress. So if you're familiar with The Queen, which I released some time ago, that colony, there's different colonies of these inhuman people that wish to conquer the world. They're kind of infiltrating the planet. One of the colonies looks like, your Midwestern farm girl, I guess, blonde hair, blue eyes. Actually, that was like her cover story. And so they could fit in, anywhere in America, or go to a lot of places in Europe and fit in and infiltrate. And so that story took place, a lot of it on their island, but then in California. And then the second book takes place on their island, but they're like an Asian but they're all like of Asian origin. And so a lot of it's going to take place in South Korea. And so I'm really excited. If you like, Korean dramas, if you like, anime, if you like any of those things, I think you're really going to dig it. You don't necessarily have to have read The Queen to read The Empress, but you will appreciate a lot of things, because obviously if you know from the end of The Queen, there's going to be interactions with like other colonies. So if you haven't read The Queen, read The Queen and get your mouth watering for The Empress, because it's going to be amazing. And the other novel that I have about halfway done is a sequel to Almost Alive. Well, not a sequel, it's the third book in the series. So those two will be done before June. So those are under my 30 by 30 completion date. They will not be published before June though, but they will be published sometime this year. I'm also planning and working on a lot of children's stories. Some of them are totally unrelated to everything else that I've written. I've got a lot of really cute ideas, you know, heartwarming, funny, charming stuff, but also, you know, educational, but also doing some mini stories about Super Kid, which people have been requesting for as long as I've had a Super Kid. So that'll be exciting, because I mean, Super Kids, I've had kids as young as 6 pick it up and like it and enjoy it, but it is a thicker book, and so this one will have more pictures and not be as intimidating to some readers. So those are some of the things I'm working on, plan to work on, and like save the date. I'm really excited for June 10th, and I will have my goal completed. And I'm also looking into doing audiobooks as well. The first one I'll tackle, it will be Super Kid. So I'm excited about all the things that I'm working on, I'm doing, and thank you for everyone who's been following this journey. Sorry I've been MIA. But it was well worth it to do what I have been doing the past couple of months. And I'm just excited to really dive back into my writing.